What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader. In today's video I thought we'd do a really special video and kind of not so much unique, but I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do this, so I really wanted to do one. Now I'm actually quite lucky, I don't actually get that much hate, which is quite surprising to me, and also I'm quite thankful for. Although I don't get a lot of views, the people who do watch my videos are usually nice, and on the videos that have a lot of views I do get a lot of good feedback. But today I thought I'd react to those few people who get angry over things, or those few people that do hate in videos for different reasons. We don't really know why they hate, or they get upset about things, some of them more so than others, and I thought we'd react to them today just because they're really funny. Without further ado, we're going to be reacting to my hate comments. So this is actually a really interesting one I got the other day. I couldn't tell if it was hate or if it was like playfulness, because it was pretty funny. Basically I did a parody song of XXXTentacion's Look At Me, and I did that for Fortnite, so it's kind of like a Fortnite parody. And this guy literally commented, "You have ripped my ears off and then forced feed me it, then forced tape them back." So the guy obviously was, he kind of sounded angry and aggressive, so I'm pretty sure he was hating on the thing, which is fine because it wasn't actually the greatest at all. The parodies are kind of like a joke that I'm making. And then I just replied to him with like another troll response, because I wanted to see if he kind of had a sense of humour or if he was literally hating. And then I said, "Well, it's always nice to meet new fans. Thanks for watching and thanks for the compliment. You know, XXXTentacion said to me before he passed that I was the reincarnation of Tupac, so you know what's good." So I responded to him just with a little joke there, just to see if he'd eat it up, and he said, "You actually sound kind of good, but the beat's running away," which is actually quite a compliment. I mean, I literally said to him as a compliment, seeing as like I'm not exactly a rapper. It was kind of like a joke to make these parodies, and also because I'm kind of good at writing them, I'm just not very good at recording them, so I kind of wanted to use the writing skills. And then he said, "No problem, you're welcome." So it was kind of like, it seemed like a hate comment, but it was almost masked because he was also being nice at the same time. So big props to that guy, because that was actually a really funny comment. So the next thing is, I actually made a video quite a while ago, probably a few months ago. It was a top 10 video about why people stop watching The Walking Dead, and it was kind of semi-popular. I got a few views on it, maybe around 600 views, so it wasn't so bad. I got a lot of people liking the video. This is actually really funny because it's not a hate comment towards me, but I thought it was quite funny actually mentioning. And if they are watching this video, then big apologies. I'm not actually hating on you. It's actually just really funny how many comments you left, because obviously you're a really passionate fan about The Walking Dead. So as you can see here, she says basically it's not a show anymore, it's just a bag of bones. She's talking about The Walking Dead, and then she comes back. That was 2 days ago, so that's the most recent comment. And then she commented 2 weeks ago they're going to bring back 7 Walking Dead characters for season 9, and she gives a bit more insight on there, quite interesting. And the same 2 weeks ago she said, "Last season can be season 9, the zombie show Ultimate Deaths in Show finished to kill this AMC series franchise The Walking Dead, and fans are right to be angry because The Walking Dead show runes destroyed the show original story, so for them TWD can't never have a happy ending, cheat sheet TV report." Okay, and then a month ago, which is another 2 weeks before that, she said TWD is going downhill. TWD is a trash zombie show, honestly it's unrecognizable show from the original first seasons, and TWD is completely ruined for many. So basically I was just laughing at this because she does actually have a point, and you can tell she's a passionate fan just from reading this. And to be honest, I do actually agree with everything she has to say, but what was quite funny for me is just the fact that you can tell she's really disheartened with the show, that she has to keep coming back and reinforcing her point that she doesn't like the show, which is fine by me. It's more comments on the video. I'm actually quite grateful she's done that, but it was just quite funny to me how obviously she's very upset about The Walking Dead changing, and she kind of shows that off the comments. So I just wanted to feature that just because it was kind of funny to me. The next one I got was from someone called Tryhard Sweat Gamer 69. I'm not going to mute any of these comments or mute any of the usernames, because at the end of the day they're hating, so they kind of set themselves up for this. But one of them said, he basically just said on the top 10 richest Twitch streamers, boring voice. I kind of see where he's coming from, because on this certain video I didn't really have the best recording conditions, so I wasn't really putting any enthusiasm into the voice or anything. But I literally just commented back to him, "Thanks for watching," and I got no response. That was 3 days ago, so maybe if he's feeling in a hateful mood he'll respond again. Maybe he just moved on to another video. What I found that actually works is if people do hate, you basically just reply to them with kindness, and you just say, you know, "Thanks for watching, sorry you feel that way." Usually 2 things happen: they either apologize and then they subscribe, kind of out of sympathy for what they've done, or the second thing is they'll basically just hop to another video to hate on because they realise that you're not giving them the reaction that they need. The next hate comment is not really towards me specifically, it's mainly towards the actual video itself. So I actually did one recently which was a concept of Morrowind with loads of different mods on and trying to make the Morrowind game look more up to date and have modern graphics. And this guy obviously didn't like the video, he didn't really like any of the mods I was using. You can tell he's a hardcore classical Morrowind fan, and he said, just because something is technically higher definition does not mean it looks better. The faces and hair are a mixed bag, with some looking reasonable and others looking terrible, though almost none of them are memorable like the originals. The white trees are not fog, you installed the mod incorrectly and broke its texture, and the post-processing you're running is turned up so high that you actually lose detail, making everything grainy and darkening it without respect to light sources. I would rather play vanilla than this. I think he did actually say rather play vanilla than this load order, and I was just thinking to myself, which I did reply to him, I agreed with what he had to say, and the thing is I do agree with him, and he's not really hating on me, but he is saying that he wouldn't use the mod load order which I created. But it's not like I'm actually sharing it or telling people to use it, I'm just trying to showcase something cool on the video, and I did reply and say I would like to revisit this and get some different mods, and I agree with him. But unfortunately that was 4 days ago and he didn't reply. So I do kind of reply to these guys with kindness, and I do actually try and ask them if they can give me constructive criticism on it, or if they can recommend any better mods or something better that I can do, and usually they just want to leave a negative comment or give their opinion and then just never reply. So unfortunately I couldn't remake the video because they didn't actually give me any useful information in return to improve it. Another comment was, why is your face so close? Which I commented back with, yeah, back when I recorded the video I was experimenting with my camera and angles, so it's not good, I agree. That was a week ago, they never replied. The next hate comment was basically on a video on Fortnite I did, which was actually trolling with traps. All I was doing was basically just leading people into rooms where they'd actually get killed by a trap. It was actually pretty funny and it was quite interesting to see how many trap kills I could actually gather, and there's some pretty nice clips in this video, but one guy here called Shadow325 for some reason had this to say. He said scum, just one word, I guess he just needed to let it out of his system, and then I replied, not very nice man, but thanks. That was 3 weeks ago, never replied. The next one was a guide I actually did on how to play music in CSGO, and apparently this guy really didn't like the fact I was allowing people to play music in CSGO, probably because people do spam down the microphone. I was just showing this video just so people can play sounds and music with their friends for fun, they could do it on private servers, but apparently this guy is obviously a hardcore CSGO fan, and he got really mad that I was offering the method to use and offering some advice. I'm not even going to repeat this, but this is literally just what he said. And I was pretty confused, like, why is it a bad move? Maybe he just doesn't like music in the game. And I said, what do you mean? That was a month ago. As you've guessed, never responded. The next two comments were actually really funny, and they kind of made me laugh even though they were hate comments, and you can tell it's either the same guy on two of his accounts because he has basically nothing to do with his life, or he's in a really sad mood, or it was him and his friends thinking they could get a cheap laugh. I mean, obviously you'd only do that when you're 10 years old, but it was still pretty funny to me. I actually had a good laugh. This guy basically was really annoyed. I guess he thought he got clickbaited, but it wasn't really intentional clickbait. There's actually like what looks, the meteor in the middle of Dusty Divo in Fortnite kind of looks like a dinosaur egg, and a lot of people were speculating because of the dinosaur footprint and the egg that it could be a dinosaur, and it also looked exactly like the Godzilla movie research facility, and it looks exactly like that. So I was showing this information and showing how it mirrors dinosaurs and how it also mirrors Godzilla, and there was really good information in the video. Yeah, this guy obviously got cheesed off, and he said, don't talk too loud and don't wake your mum. He also came back on another account because he felt leaving one comment's not enough, and he said this guy's being low because it's past his bedtime and his mum already told him to go to bed. And I said, yeah, you hit the nail right on the head, ma'am. I should be yelling down the mic. You're right. I'm so sorry. LMAO. The next comment was someone who got really salty over a video I made. I actually have another video which has around 25,000 views, so it's one of my most popular videos, and it's a guide on H1Z1. Now, one thing to actually note is this video does have a lot of good feedback. There's a lot of good comments on there, basically giving me appreciation for how I improve people's gameplay, let them win more games, and basically just showed them the mechanics of the game. As you may not know, H1Z1 is a very tough learning curve to actually learn that game, and a lot of noobs or new players do actually leave the game game very quickly when they get beaten by people with many hours. So it was really useful for me to do this tutorial for a lot of people to actually at least give them a chance versus people who have played the game for a long time. This was actually made a few months ago for the PC version of the game, but unfortunately for this guy, H1Z1 got released on the PS4 recently, maybe a month or two ago, and he thought this guide was for PS4. If you don't know, PS4's version of this game is rather different because it's basically just restricted to first person, whereas the PC version is primarily third person and the shooting is much different. And on the PS4 version you just spray like a normal first person shooter. So he thought that this was for PS4 and he kind of got a bit annoyed, thinking that the game was so easy, why on earth would I make a video like this? Baba Yaga, his name, he says, hold L1 and move right or left analog stick. If the object is moving, lead the target. Bam! All you need to know in a split second instead of 10 minutes. WTF! Be sure to catch my next video, guys. I'm going to teach you how to sprint, don't miss it. So obviously this guy thought he was God's gift to the earth. He thought he was really funny. I mean, I can see why he thinks it's funny. Unfortunately though, he never replied because most of these people don't really have the courage to reply when you confront them or if you say something to them. So I basically told him it's clearly not a PS4 guide, it's for the PC version of the game, and the PS4 version is clearly more easy since you have first person and actual scopes as well as iron sights, and this video came out before the PS4 release. Obviously this explanation probably told him everything he needed to know and that he was wrong. He realised he was wrong, so he never came back. What was quite funny though is this guy was mocking me, saying be sure to catch my next video, guys, I'm going to teach you how to sprint, but someone in the comments thought that he was actually promoting his own channel, which was quite funny. So he said, stop promoting yourself in a tutorial video, thanks for helping me, now I can actually get kills without spraying with a hellfire. And then I said he's being sarcastic in an attempt at humour, also no problem, I appreciate you watching. So I do actually really appreciate this dude because even though he took the guy seriously, he did actually defend the channel and also thank me for the tutorial, so big respect to that guy. So here's another faceless guy who thought it was really funny to leave a hate comment. As always, to me these hate comments don't offend me. At first they kind of did because when you first start YouTube you're in more of an insecure state and you don't really want to record yourself, but at this point it just makes me laugh and it's actually quite humorous to me. And this guy said he's known as Letter Netter, he has no profile picture, his profile is fully blank. Big surprise. He said, your face and your voice whack AF. Now you know what AF means, obviously I can't say that because the video will probably get deleted, but basically he's just hating and saying that my face, he's probably calling me ugly, I don't really care, and he's also saying that my commentary voice sucks, which is fine, he's related to his own opinion, and I just said, thanks man for watching, appreciate it. That was 1 month ago, and as you've seen the pattern here, you can most likely realise that this guy never replied. Also, I got a lot of hate from people on Reddit for making a video on how to bring back or how to save H1Z1, and this guy just basically said, stop trying to save the game, they aren't going to do anything. This was kind of a recurring thing, how I actually got a lot of dislikes. I also made a video what class to play in the next World of Warcraft expansion, another tutorial video basically stating my opinion, and one guy called Chewable left a comment saying this. Is this a joke? Well, why would I make the video if it's a joke, dude? Honestly, I'd only upload a joke on April Fool's Day, so I explained to him the video got dislike botted, and I was getting a few people disliking it, and he never replied. But at the end of the day, guys, most of these comments are actually positive. Most of the people are actually people appreciating the video or the tutorials or anything that I'm showing them. They're just appreciative, they enjoy the content, and usually leave positive comments. So all you guys who have left positive comments or subscribed, thanks a lot. And if you want me to make another video on these hate comments, reacting to them, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.